Hey guys, welcome back to the Bobby Brown Baseball channel. So today we're going to cover the very important topic of keeping your eye on the ball. I personally like to use the phrase, keep your head down at contact or watch the bat hit the ball. Kids definitely struggle a lot with keeping their head down at contact, but even the big leaguers have a tough time. I even have a tough time, and I have to remind myself to keep my head down at contact. The reason for this is we all want to see where the ball is going, and the problem is that we try to do that too early. The goal here is to keep our head down for as long as possible. All right, so what we're going to practice here is right as soon as I make contact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking straight at the top of the tee where the ball was, and then my chin is going to touch my back shoulder. So when we're in our batting stance, our chin is near our front shoulder. It's not touching it, but as long as we keep our head still throughout the whole swing, our shoulders rotate and our chin should be touching our back shoulder. As long as we kept our head down and we're not worried about where it's going, we're just looking down at the top of the tee, we should hit the ball pretty well. Most of the hitters I work with do very well, and they're very surprised at how successful their swing gets once they keep their head down. So we're going to put a video up in slow motion of a hitter right up here on the screen. So as you can see, as soon as he gets the contact, he's keeping his head down. He's keeping his chin kind of tucked in by his back shoulder, and he doesn't look at where the ball went until he had fallen through. That is something that most people don't see. When I'm working with hitters, I really want them to feel their swing. So they don't need that satisfaction of admiring how far that ball went. They need to make sure that they're feeling their swing through the start and all the way through the finish. All right, so just watch and see where my chin finishes at the end of my swing. All right, let's go outside and keep working on it. Welcome back. Just a reminder, when I'm doing this, I'm exaggerating how long I'm keeping my head down. Obviously in a game setting, you don't want to exaggerate your head staying down for too long because the hitter still has to run to the base, right? So let's go. All right, so another question that comes up is, yeah, that sounds easy. All you're doing is sitting off the tee and you're looking at the top of it, but how do I get my kids to do that in the game, right? So that's a great question. So just a visual that a hitter could have is when they get into the batter's box, they could draw something in the dirt, like a little X in the dirt right in front of the plate as this little reminder to keep their head down. In this case, I have a orange dot, and an orange dot or just any sort of colorful object is a great thing to have just in front of the plate, just so it gives the hitter something to look at after they hit the ball. So it doesn't matter what you use to put down on the ground. You could have a dot, just use a softball, switch it out with the tennis ball, or even just a colorful wiffle ball. Just put that down on the ground, something colorful to help them out. One of the other great training tools besides just using a standard baseball or a standard white wiffle ball is I like to put in these colorful wiffle balls into play. So now we're gonna practice some front toss, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this colorful wiffle ball, and I'm gonna keep my head down by looking at the orange dot on the ground. So a question that I ask kids a lot of times is, did you keep your eye on the ball? And then I often get the answer, yes, I absolutely did. I saw that ball great. But the problem is that they did not see the ball well, and they ended up swinging and missing or fouling the ball off because I saw their head pull out of the way. But why is it are they answering that they saw the ball well? Well, here's the thing. What I often see is that the hitters, when that ball is about 5 feet away from the plate, that's when their hands are almost towards the ball, but their eyes drift away. Now here I have a visual. I got 6 wiffle balls lined up, and it's about 5 feet away from home plate, from the first ball to the home plate. And so what I'm telling my hitters is that when that ball is traveling in, that last 5 feet, make sure that you are super focused. So giving hitters a good visual of where they really need to be watching contact really could help them. So the next thing to discuss is that pitchers all have certain different arm slots, right? So some pitchers, they're a little bit more over the top. Some pitchers a little bit more off to the side. Most are kind of in the middle right here. But here's the thing. What I tell my hitters is that I want them to watch the ball out of the pitcher's hand. I don't want them to look at the pitcher. Don't get distracted by how he looks. See the ball out of his release point, which again, everyone needs to know where the release point is, and that should help them see the ball clearly from the get-go. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. So keeping your eye on the ball is definitely not the easiest thing, but that's why I use certain different training tools to help hitters see the ball more clearly. And again, I'm using the phrases, watch the ball hit the bat, see contact happen, rather than keep your eye on the ball. So again, thanks for watching the video. Please make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe to future content, and remember, if I can overcome the bench, so can you.